The panel session was very interesting to see the diversity of Generation Y and to look at the impact of it in the workplace. There's a number of common threads coming through that these are people who need to be listened to, they're very talented, they're ambitious and so forth. But equally, they're also a disruptive influence in the workforce. What must companies do to attract Generation Y? There's a whole host of interesting topics, and of course you can't generalise about these guys. That's another thing I've learned. From the panel, if I'd had a blindfold on, some of them that sounded remarkably old. Old heads on young shoulders.
It's helped raise awareness of the issues surrounding Generation Y, but I think more importantly it's actually raising awareness about how you can use Generation Y and the issues they're presenting as a catalyst for improving staff development and the whole HR area right across the organisation.
One of my main concerns has been the ease with which people are prepared to move jobs, change jobs, things like that over the past few years. And I think listening to the panel today, it struck me that there is that belief at the moment that you can, if things get a bit tough or get a bit difficult, you can move and you can go and do something else. I think with the changing economies, with the changing climate, I think that will shift. In terms of recommendations I'd make to improve how we deal with this specific generation, I think it's around, as the panel was saying, it's around development. It's around providing the opportunities. It's around making sure there isn't a conflict between the previous generations within the business when it comes to the training that's on offer. It's around exciting, challenging, giving people responsibility, giving people accountability. Because I think quite often we forget that and we just give people a role and expect them to perform it for a set period of time.
For leaders and for my line client groups to come and take part in a day like today would be so beneficial, absolutely.
I certainly think this forum is really useful, and for me it's useful to kind of see the challenges that other organisations are up against as well and how they're applying those issues. And I think for me it would, the networking element is really vital. So I think more of this is useful, certainly, and I certainly think it's on the agenda and has been for some time.
I think forums like this are great for understanding what makes a Generation Y individual tick or group of individuals tick. It's also been great just to have the chance to bounce questions off a Generation Y panel. That's been fantastic, and to get the insights from the research that Talentsmoothie have done.